Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 235, part 2, using Sefer Hachinuch. Mitzvah Day keeps us on its way, the obligation upon a judge to judge righteously. Found in the third book, Vayikra, Parshas Kedoshim. Here we go. Within this aspect of the mitzvah, the verse teaches a lesson regarding the composition of a beis din, of a court. In general, monetary disputes must be adjudicated by no less than 3 judges. Remember that, Mishnah Sanhedrin. While this is the actual practice as instituted by the sages, our verse indicates that under biblical law, even a single judge suffices. According to biblical law, even a lone individual can adjudicate, as the sages of blessed memory have stated in Sanhedrin. By biblical law, one individual may judge a monetary dispute of his fellow by himself, as it is stated, with righteousness you shall judge your fellow, in the singular. Because this verse is written in the singular form, it teaches that one judge is sufficient. The sages, however, admonished that a person should not judge even monetary cases by himself. He has a little footnote here. The final aspect of this mitzvah does not pertain specifically to a judge or to an expert in Torah law, but to every Jew. Also, included in this mitzvah is that it is proper for every person who sees his fellow do or say something that might be sinful or that might have been intended to be harmful to judge his fellow favorably. And he should construe his fellow's deeds and words only in a positive light. Let's do the footnote for this one. The Chinuch statement that it is proper originates from the Rambam, the Sefer Mitzvahs. It would seem to imply that judging one's fellow favorably is not an absolute obligation. However, by virtue of the fact that Chinuch lists judging one's fellow favorably as an integral aspect of the mitzvah, as well as from Chinuch's words at the end of this mitzvah, it is evident that this is actually obligatory. In fact, other versions of Sefer Mitzvahs actually read Yischayev, that one is obligated rather than rui, than is proper. He says, look at Ber Mayim Chaim, that there, who cites the reading Yischayev, that one is obligated, and discusses it. Okay. Let's do one more footnote. Going back to where it said that a judge should not judge by himself, but should have 3 judges. The Gemara states that the sages forbade a person to judge alone, and they imposed this rule in order to avoid having a case decided by a person who is not knowledgeable in Torah law. A court of 3 judges is most likely to have at least 1 knowledgeable member. There's an exception for a mumcha l'rabim, a person widely acknowledged to be an expert in Torah law, who is allowed to judge monetary cases by himself, even under rabbinic law. Nevertheless, the sages urge even such a person not to judge alone, but to have other people join him on the court as a matter of propriety. There you have it, folks. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Feature Mitzvah 36 100 for gold. Have a great rest of your day.